All right, good morning, everyone. All right, I think the stream is fine. Hopefully, you guys can see and hear me. If you hear any crying, it's the dogs. They want to come upstairs. So, yeah. All right, let's start on Nasdaq on the daily time frame. We have this daily supply zone up here, which is far away, but I think eventually, once the market is bullish, then we'll tap into this area. Do I think it's gonna happen today? Not really. I think it's too far for it to happen today, but it could. I think today's gonna be a good day because the market is back up to this area here, back to the top of this little range that we've been in basically the whole week. So this, if you're ever wondering how NFP week, I guess it looks like this. It is very similar to like FOMC week. Okay. Yeah, we got this 4 hour supply zone. Dang. Okay. And nothing else. Down to the 3 hour time frame. We have a couple 3 hour zones. And I feel like if the market's bullish, this is gonna be good targets. Okay, down to the 2 hour time frame. I don't really see much. What I'm really trying to find is a zone that's above this range and then below it. That way, if it breaks out, then maybe we'll catch the breakout. Is NFP tomorrow? I mean, I see CPI is tomorrow, so I could see the market like coming back down to the range since it's waiting for news. Maybe it won't break out today, but who knows? Maybe it will. So maybe I'll catch the breakout. Okay, down to the 1 hour time frame. And on the 1 hour time frame, we have this really good 1 hour supply zone, which I really like because yesterday, this was actually the trade that I was supposed to take. It was shorts off of this 1 hour supply zone, and that should have been the trade, and it would have hit TP very quickly. But for some reason, I didn't take the trade. I think I was definitely scared, and I probably didn't trust the trade too much because I saw everything that I needed to see in order to take shorts. Yeah, I didn't. So I'm hoping today to do what I'm supposed to do, which is it's really just following the the strategy. Have trust in it. Okay, I don't see anything else on the 1 hour time frame. But on the 90 minute, I know we have this 90 minute supply zone, which was created, which when the market tapped into this area, that's when it created this 1 hour supply zone. But let me label this. Yeah, so we have a 1 hour and then a 90 minute supply zone. I'm hoping if the market comes up, which, yeah, 75 points, it could definitely get up there once the market opens up. If it does do that, I don't know if I'm buying or selling. It really just depends on what the market does. Yesterday, what the market did, if you're wondering, boom, 9:30 opened up. We tapped into this area, immediately started breaking structure to the downside. That's where I should have entered shorts, and then I could have targeted a 1 to 2 or a 1 to 3, and it would have hit. I also could have targeted VWAP because eventually it did hit that. So We could take another short today, but I just don't know. It depends on, again, what we see when the time comes. Okay. This looks like a 90-minute zone that the market bounced off of. I really like this zone as well because it's right at the bottom of the range. This huge range that we've been in the whole week. So honestly, I think today's move is either going to go back down into the range or break out of it, whether it's to the upside or the downside. Okay, I know we also have this 90-minute zone here, which could also be a good target for longs if we do take that. Okay, on the 45-minute time frame, we have this 45-minute 45-minute demand zone, which I would take longs or shorts off of. I think it's a good area for it to bounce from. How far is it? I mean, like, it's kind of far, but I know if there's good volume, we could get down here. It'd be a good trading opportunity. I mean, I was going to say this is another 45-minute zone, but the basing candle is just too big. So I'm not going to mark it. Okay, this is also a 30-minute demand zone. I know this one's also a good 30-minute demand zone, which was a really, I remember it's on a Friday, yep. And then right at 9:30, we bounced off of it. Okay. I really like how Nasdaq looks. I think it has the zones that we need. How has VWAP been? Okay, I mean, I guess the price action on VWAP was good. Yeah, because we haven't really touched it though. Yeah, we haven't touched it in over 12 hours. So honestly, when I see that, for some reason, I always think that somehow the market is going to touch VWAP during New York Open. I feel like it happens when the market hasn't touched up on VWAP for, like, let's just say over 10 hours. For some reason, during New York Open, like, I feel like it always taps it. Not every time, of course, but I think it does happen a lot. On the 10-minute time frame, this is also a really good 10-minute supply zone, which we've been rejecting all night and morning. On the 5-minute time frame, it looks like a clean rejection. $3R today. That hopefully that's the goal. Yes, I came with the forehead out. Like, I don't want to say I want to make my losses back, because, like, I don't want to, I don't know. But I already know, like, if it's a winner, I'm going to make sure that it recovers the losses. That's what I want to make sure. So, yeah, I think a 3R would be perfect. That's what I'm looking for today. Damn, would I take a trade off of this 10-minute zone? Like, it's right at it. It really depends on if the market opens above 395. I probably won't take a trade off of this area. Yeah, I wouldn't take a trade off of this 10-minute zone. But I'm going to mark it out just to have an idea of where it is. But yeah, I wouldn't take a trade off of it. This also looks like a 10-minute zone here. Okay. All right. I don't see anything else on the 10-minute time frame. At least that's close to price. And on the 5-minute, over here we have a bunch of supply, which could also be a good target if I take a long. Then I would target these 5-minute zones. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for all the zones on Nasdaq. The trades I'm thinking on Nasdaq are either shorts. Whoops. It's either going to be shorts or longs off of this area. If I take longs, the trade's most likely going to look something like this. And if I'm long, I would expect this to tap 590. So this would give me a good enough move to like actually be confident enough to hold it. And then for the shorts, if I do take shorts off of this area, honestly, I'd probably just target VWAP, and that would give me a good enough move. Or even back down to this 10-minute zone, and that could be a good move. But honestly, if I'm short, like actually around this area, I would try to target VWAP, at least for like a 1 to 3. Okay, another trade could be off of these 10-minute zones. And it'd be longs or shorts. Shorts, I would take it if VWAP stays far away from it. If I take short, like, I could target the next zone, but I would want us to break past that zone, at least to this 45-minute zone. And that would be a good move as well. I mean, another target could be like Asian lows, right? I mean, I normally don't look at that stuff, but if I'm in short, then I might as well target it. And I think that's it for the trades on Nasdaq. Yeah, because I wouldn't take a trade off of this area. Okay, let's look at US 30. And this is actually the trade I took yesterday. It's crazy. This was a 1 to 3. I hit a 1 to 2. And you know what? I was like, I'm not going to lock in the profit because I do think it's going to tap this area. So I'm going to hold it. And I put the stop at break even. So right here, the trade hit a 1 to 2. Reversed back up to stop me out break even. And then came back down for the 1 to 3 that I wanted. So that was tough. That was definitely tough. But it happens. Alright, let's erase everything here. Alright, this is US 30. I really want to see a break above the range higher into a bullish trend for all markets. Yeah, I mean, they definitely look bullish. Well, at least US 30. Let me see Nasdaq. I guess Nasdaq's bullish too. It's been going up for a while. Honestly, with Nasdaq, like long term, I wouldn't even know how to predict it. I think it's just moving sideways, right? There's really not much of a trend. And how long has this been now? Yeah, over 100 days. That's crazy. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna chart US 30. I got off topic there. Okay, 4 hour zone right here on US 30. And I'm gonna mark all time highs blue. Looks like yesterday it failed to take all time highs. Okay, that's good to know. This could have been a really good 3 hour zone, but it probably, yeah, it got chopped on. So that's not good. In the 1 hour time frame, don't see much. I mean, maybe this 1 hour zone here, but it looks like the basing candle is bigger than the actual move itself. So I don't think it's a good zone. But I'll mark it out because I don't have anything else to mark. Oh yeah, I guess it's a good 90-minute zone. Okay. 45-minute time frame. This area here also looks like a 45-minute zone. This looks like a zone as well that we recently bounced off from. Okay, and I don't see anything. Oh, okay, this is a good 30-minute, but I don't think I would take a trade off from it unless I miss out on the shorts here. That could be a good trade on US 30, and I really like it because it's this pre-market range here, kind of. Yeah. All right, so on this 45-minute zone, if the market taps into it and we start rejecting it or bouncing off of it, then I would take longs. And this would be a really good trade to do 2 contracts, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay with 1 contract and just have a really tight stop loss. This is my usual stop, but I feel like I'd put it tighter below the zone. And then I would just target these highs here and hope that it breaks the highs. But yeah, if I'm in that trade, I'd really target 150 points. So yeah, break of these highs. And then if we start breaking past this area, I would take shorts. If I take the shorts, same thing. I would try to target a 1 to 3. But in order for this trade to play out, it has to be very strong. So we break past this 1 hour demand zone. And I think that's all the zones for US 30. I don't see anything else. Maybe this 15-minute. Okay, yeah. I mean, like, this is a good 15-minute zone, but the only thing I don't like about it is on the 1 minute time frame, it just kind of faked out there. But maybe it did that because it was pre-market. Maybe. If you look at the 5 minute time frame, though, it's a clean rejection. So I do like that. Okay, down to the 10-minute time frame. This looks like a good 10-minute zone. I'm not marking it out though cuz I want to see it tap the 45-minute zone. Okay. This is also a good 10-minute zone here. Same thing though. I'm not going to mark it out cuz like a 30-minute zone's right there. 5-minute time frame. Don't see. I mean, this could be a small 5-minute zone. Where is it? I think that's it on US 30. Yeah, I don't see anything else. So I'm done with all the zones. What is this? US 30's going down. So I'm kind of hoping that it stays above 269, before the market opens. Then once the market opens up, we could touch up on that area. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, I think US 30 looks really clean. I do. Same thing with Nasdaq. You like your zones on the candle body, not the wick? Yeah. Yep, that's how I mark it out. I know everyone marks their zones differently though. And it works. Honestly. I think the way you mark your zones doesn't really matter. Or it does. But what matters more is that you mark it the same way consistently. You know? So that was my mistake before. I used to do like some zones I'd mark it out with like both wicks, and then others I'd just do the body. And I was like, why am I doing that? I have to do it consistently. That way I could repeat it. But I just feel like for me doing the zones from body to wig, I get better reactions off of the 50% line or the zone itself. But for everyone's different, honestly. Alright, I don't think I have to mark too much on US 30. Let's mark out support resistance on Nasdaq. Damn, I don't like how Nasdaq looks on the 1 hour time frame. It's definitely been a tough week, not gonna lie. But I feel like it shouldn't be a tough week for me. I've just made mistakes. Jeez. Alright, I think this is it. I mean, I don't think I have to mark it this far. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. in case the longs continue. All right. 4 more minutes. What I could see happening, damn, I don't want to say because like I don't want to get too biased, but I could see like a good New York reversal. Let me see the daily though. I mean, I could see both. I could see the longs coming in. I could see the shorts coming in. I think we're definitely at a good area of interest, or we're close to it. All right. Well, I'm just gonna delete this 10 minute because we're chopping on it too much. All right, 3 more minutes. It says we have high impact 10 a.m. news, so we'll see. If it's a slow opening, then I'll wait for news and see if the price action changes after it comes out. What are you looking at today? Nasdaq US 30. Am I trading the 20 accounts? Yeah. You guys love the slick back. Like, I get I get a lot of comments on my slick back. It's funny. All right, we got 1 more minute. How can you keep a clear overview with so many zones and lines on your chart? Because I'm only paying attention to certain zones. And I mean, I do it every day, so it's like I'm really used to it. But other people I know they see this. I'm like, they have a heart attack. They're like, whoa, that's too much. But for me, it's like, I know exactly what I'm looking at because I've done it every single day for a while. And every day is the same. I have a zone above price and below, and I just wait for the market to tap into it. Yeah, this US 30 candle going crazy. If US 30 gets above the 400s, like, I think it'd be a good long. But I want to wait for at least a 1 minute candle close. And then there's New York Open. Touching up on VWAP. Tell you, it happens every time. Okay, not every time, but it happens a lot. Okay, let's see how this 1 minute closes. It looks like it's gonna close out bullish. The only way I'm gonna catch it though, yeah, it didn't close out good. Or wait, no, it hasn't closed out yet. It depends on how the candle closes. Alright. Oh, okay, it's going back up. I was gonna say if it breaks this wick, I'd go short. But a 1 minute candle hasn't closed. Yeah, if US 30 gets below 351, I'd take the short. Oh, never mind. We have a 1 minute candle close above 50%. I'm going to take a long on US 30, but my stop's at 380. All right, I like this candle close. Now it just has to get above the highs. Above this white line here. Okay. All right. I got stopped out. Probably won't take that setup again. I already got chopped on it. So I'll probably wait for Nasdaq. I mean, if it stays above 390, like I do think the longs would continue, but I don't want to take the same trade twice. Like I still like the longs. Damn. We'll see. I want to see it close. Damn. Nasdaq looks choppy. I'm hoping Nasdaq gets away from VWAP. Yeah, like this is the bullshit I'm talking about here. Like, ugh. I mean, the only thing wrong with longs on US 30 is I really didn't know where to target. So I was just gonna target 150 points. We'll see if it would have hit. I mean, I think it's moving a bit weird so far. Okay, let's see if Nasdaq pushes past VWAP. Or if we keep bouncing off of it. But if we bounce off of it, I'll have to wait for it to tap 450. I don't know. They both look choppy. I will say so far the opening range on Nasdaq is smaller than usual. So I'm hoping the opening range gets bigger, whether it's to the upside or the downside. Yeah, it's definitely a little choppy. I mean, maybe it's like tomorrow where the move happens later on. Maybe, but we'll see. Honestly, I'm keeping my eyes more on Nasdaq. I don't like how US 30 looks. I mean, I'm still bullish on it kind of cuz it's above that level there and it just bounced off of it. But it's just a bit choppy, so don't want to trade it. But I would want to trade Nasdaq if it gets far away from VWAP. So I'm gonna try to be patient. I'm gonna try to wait for 10 a.m. news. Hopefully by then, like we're somewhere else on Nasdaq. I'm hoping 10 a.m. actually moves us. Yeah. Yeah, the opening range on Nasdaq's pretty small. So there's low volume, right? So I'm hoping that since there's low volume, it should be easy to break out of if there's more volume at 10 a.m. With 10 a.m.'s news. But we'll see. If it stays in this range here, then I'm gonna have to call it a day. I think the latest I'll wait for a trade would be like 10:30. So I'm not gonna wait like 2 hours for a trade. Like if that's the case, I'd rather wait for tomorrow. A mistake I've been making this week is like taking the same trade twice. I'm pretty sure I did that on Tuesday, and like I was right on the direction, but I just got chopped up. And I'm trying to see if the longs would play out here. Usually I would try longs again, right here after this break. but I'm not taking it out because honestly, like I don't like it. I also just wouldn't have a zone to target up here, except maybe all time highs, which I guess could be a good target, right? Expecting US 30 to break all time highs, but it needs more volume. Yeah, the 1 minute time frame on Nasdaq. Jeez. I mean, I definitely don't like that. I'm gonna be patient. I'm about to be patient. It's been a tough week. But hopefully next week is better. Maybe it's just this way because of all the news. Let's see. Nasdaq might have this. What is this called? Wedge. Little wedge break here. That's what I'm hoping for. If it does actually break out, then maybe we'll actually get below VWAP here. Nice. Okay, this is good. Okay, I like that. We'll see how this 15 closes. Okay, it's closing out good. If it closes below 289, then I would take a short. But we haven't tapped into that area just yet. Dang, I called the wedge break. That's funny. I mean, I honestly I didn't think it actually happened, but it came through. This is good. Now the opening range definitely has more volume. How big is the opening range though? Damn, like it's still honestly the opening range is still small. But I like the volume that's coming in. Let's see how this closes. Okay, looks like it might close out good for shorts. Okay. It hasn't retested the zone. Let's see. Okay, here's the retest. I want to see it stay below 289. If it stays below 289, then I think it'd still be a good short. If it closes above 297 though, then I think it could reverse. What the heck? My orders are not placing. Okay, I like the shorts, but I can't go in short here. Don't know why. Let me try refreshing. Okay, like, is this working? Oh no. Oh my god, and it is, and I'm in a trade. I'm in short here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I'm breaking even here. I can't break even. The fuck is going on? Oh my god. I can't get out the trade. We're literally YOLOing the accounts that I can't do anything. I'm clicking it like what the hell is going on? I'm not. Can you guys hear me clicking this? Bro, I I'm in 300 contracts. I don't know what to do. These accounts are gonna blow if I don't get out of this shit. What the? Okay, I'm out. I'm out, guys. Don't know what's going on here. That was scary. Bro. Oh my god. I'm in profit. I actually got out in profit there. What the hell? Oh my god. Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna refresh it because like I do like the shorts. What the heck? I don't even know how many contracts I was in there. That is insane. Okay, we tapped into this 45-minute demand zone. And I don't know, so far, I mean, it does look bearish, so we'll see if it bounces off of here or if it keeps going down. Honestly, though, I'm scared to get another trade because I don't even know what was going on there. Yeah, this looks. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the order placed. If it gets above 271 and I'm in long, I'm going to put my stop at 246. Okay. I mean, this is definitely risky since Trade 08 was like playing around. I'm hoping if I get stopped that I actually get stopped out. I mean, this is definitely a risky trade since I've just experienced that. What time is it? Oh, damn, 53? My break even's gonna be at 296. I also like where the stop loss is. I think if I get stopped, then the shorts would definitely continue. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's trying to push up, but it's kind of struggling. I mean, we keep wicking at this area here. So I definitely want to see a strong candle close. Are very close to getting stopped. Honestly, I'm just praying I actually get stopped out. Okay, good. I actually got stopped out on that. Well, that's good. I've already taken, what, 3 trades? But I've really only taken one loss. Alright, alright, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Oh my god. If it breaks the lows, then I'll go short. Last trade. But it has to break the lows. Okay, I'm in a short. This is the last trade. So hopefully it plays out. The reason I just went it short was just because we had this 1 minute candle close below the 50% line. And I'm going to move my stop down to 37. Alright, I'm going to try to target 163. Okay, I'm almost at a 1-to-1. Okay, now I am. So I'm going to break even here. I'm actually just going to tighten stop loss. So I do want to let it breathe. 28. Okay, here's the news candle. Now I'm going to break even because I do want to see the lows break. Oh, let's see. Is that a 30-minute demand zone? So it definitely could bounce off of this area. But I'm trying to target at least for the 50% line. Okay, yeah. Fuck. Oh my god, I can't catch a break this week. Well, I'm glad I broke even. Because it definitely looks like it's bouncing off of this area now. Tough week. Like, oh my god. Definitely a nasty bounce off of this area. I mean, I could have taken profit, but it wasn't a 1-to-2, so I was just like, eh. Nasty bounce though. US 30, I mean, she looks lost. US 30's out of here. US 30 is, oh my gosh. I'm glad I didn't take a second trade on US 30. Nasdaq looks good, but damn. The one time I try to go with this breakout, I don't even know if I should trade tomorrow at this point. I don't know if I really should. But I know myself, like, I know I'm gonna show up. And I don't know. Don't know. Now I'm hoping it goes up. Honestly, I don't know what to say. That was 4 trades though, so like I know like I'm not gonna trade anymore, but it just sucks. I'm trying to see like what I could have done better. Maybe what I could have done better was, yeah, like even this short here. Market is just not in my favor for sure. Damn, I have a lot of arrows. Okay. So like honestly, usually I would have taken short here. But I know myself, my stop loss would have been 106. And I would have gotten stopped out of this short. I would have gotten wicked out just for it to come back down. So I was like, okay, like I missed the short. You know what? It's fine. Waited for the next zone. And I saw it bouncing from here. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, let's take a long here. And I'll expect the market to come back into the range because it's been choppy. Or at least back up to VWAP. Because we never really retested it. Got stopped out of that. And then, oh my god, and then it's coming back down. Like, what? I was like, okay, shorts coming in. Definitely didn't get like what I usually see here in order to take the short. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? If I took the short there, it would have been perfect. But I didn't. What is this? Okay, there we go. So I was like, damn, like that short came in strong. So it got below this level and I took it. I actually took it. I didn't try to fight the trend this time. And I said, I was like, it might bounce here. But you know what? I'm going to try to hold it. Because, like, I like 1 to 2s. Bounce off of this white line. Crazy bounce. Really, it just looks like it came back to retest this area here. Nasty move up. And then another nasty move down. Yeah, like now that I kind of zoom out, at least on the 1 minute time frame, it just looks like, what is it called? Like a lower high, lower low type of thing. But damn, and then it's coming back up. Like, oh my god, it's weeks like this where it's tough. Oh, and then the fucking Tradeovate issue here. Honestly, thankfully, like, it didn't really put me in a loss here. Oh, no, so technically, yeah, I took a short here. Wait, where is this? 271. Oh, so I did take this short. I would have gotten stopped out of this, but thankfully it got me out at a break even. Somehow. Damn. Oh, and on this short here, I was in a full contract on 5 micros. So I was in there very heavy, completely on accident because Tradeovate was glitching. But then I refreshed it, went back to normal. So I like, let me risk it for the biscuit type thing. I mean, the good thing is that it's a small day. Small red day. But it's been a hard week for sure. How fast did Apex pay you out? It got approved, and then they sent me an email the next day saying that they sent the money, but that was gonna take 3 to 7 business days. And today's the third business day, so I might get it today. Uh, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But it's scary too, because sometimes I get scared that I put the wrong payout information and that like someone else is gonna get paid. So it's scary. You see, like I could take another trade, but I've already gotten cooked today. I feel like I should just stop. I mean, I'm not even that upset like I usually am, but I definitely shouldn't take another trade. It's just tough. It's tough. You would have gotten a full win if no trade away outage. Honestly, I feel like I would have lost that trade. So I'm kind of thankful for that outage. It was good though. I was up like with this small move here, since my sizing was like crazy, I was up like $500 at one point on a small move. But it was because I accidentally went in like, yeah, 15 micros per account. I was in 300 contracts at one point. Let's see what tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Okay, Friday the 13th. We got CPI at 8:30. Maybe that could give us, good volume. I hope so. I'm also kind of hoping that US 30 goes lower. Get far away from all-time highs. I promise you, like, I feel like this price action at all-time highs is what you get usually. Damn, I got cooked up today. Like, it's definitely humbling. You know, maybe I need this. The best setup was that wedge breakout, but like that's not a plus setup for me. I was just playing around with this setup really, and then it really came through. I was like, damn. Take another trade. I don't know. It's definitely not. It wouldn't be a good trade for me. You know. Usually a good trade is like 9:31. 1 minute after market open, and I get in and out. Like that's it. But recently it's been different. And again, I mean that might be because what is it? NFP week, CPI week? I don't know. Some type of news. I did say the only way I think I could lose these accounts is if either I go on a losing streak or I go on tilt. Currently, I would say I'm in a losing streak. Let's look at my stats this week because they've been some realistic shit right here. Let's refresh this. Yeah, this week has been nasty. Okay. These are the stats for the week right here. I mean, like, I guess the good thing about this. Damn, what's going on with this? The good thing about these losses is that 2 of the losing days has been half of my usual winning day. So that's good. That's why I'm not like crazy upset. I kept the losses today and yesterday like pretty good. Kept it small. So we'll see what tomorrow brings us. I think for sure tomorrow, like, I need to be extra picky with the trade. Because I feel like this first loss on US 30, I feel like could have been avoided. You know, the usually on US 30, if it's like a really clean winning trade for me, it'll be perfect. But in today's case, like, when we approach this 50% line, the 1 minute candlesticks were nasty. Usually I don't see that. I see better candle closes. That should have been my first hint to just be like, this price action, so let me be careful here. Let me wait for more confirmation. But I didn't do that. I thought it was just going to take off like it usually does, right? It's usually when I catch a good trade on US 30, it hits TP really quickly. Again, because I do it like right at open. And I also get in quick. But again, with today's case, like, I should have noticed these 2 first like 1 minute candles here should have been my first hint to like just wait for extra confirmation. On Nasdaq, I mean, I guess the first hint was just chopping up right at VWAP, right at open. But I knew that like it happens sometimes, and then the move really happens after the first 15 minutes, just like yesterday. And then I tried going along with the move, and Trade08 messed up. If Trade08 didn't mess up, I would have taken a loss. I know I would have. I would have gotten wicked out right here at this wick just for it to really hit TP. So I'm kind of thankful that Trade08 messed up. Then I saw it popping up here. So I was like, okay, boom. Long's gonna come in. Like, it makes sense because it's been choppy. So I'm just betting that the market's gonna go back into the range. And then I took a loss on that. So I was like, let me stop fighting the trend. We already broke down. Let me go with the trend. And then it was good. And then I got stopped out by a nasty weight. And it's just been moving sideways ever since. So I know it's not worth it to take another trade. I would say like this is a day where you could blame the markets. Yeah. Some days, you have to blame yourself, but others, you got to give yourself a break and just say the market was not in my favor. Man, I feel like I haven't journaled all week. So I've taken so many losses that I've been upset. But I'm going to try to journal today's trades. Oh no, I journaled this week. Yeah. I mean, this is four trades to journal. I'm gonna screenshot. US 30. This was the first trade. First trade today. Took longs on US 30 after a after 1 minute candle close above a 50% line. Now that I realize why I took longs, yeah, I should have known. Like, I took longs because this candle here closed above 384. But usually the candle close has to be strong like this. But no. I should have known it was weak from these two candles here. I feel like I could have avoided this loss for sure. But only if I was like, really picky. I would have won the trade if I entered. Yeah, if I entered as soon as these highs broke, I would have won the trade. At least for a 1 to 2. And that would have been perfect, but I don't place orders like that. Like, I kind of want to see the candle close. Damn, and then the trades on Nasdaq. Short, long, short. This is a trade I took at first on Nasdaq. Was the shorts because this 1 minute candle closed below this 50% line. We kind of came back to retest this area, and then we came back down. So I was like, okay, I like that. Then trade over 8 was like going crazy. So I got out literally right here. I got in and out. But I know myself, if trade over 8 didn't mess up, my stop loss would have been 100 ticks. And yeah, I would have taken a loss on this. Unless I had like an extra wide stop loss, but I know I didn't. I wouldn't have done that. Then I took longs right around here. Oops. I took longs. We tapped into this 10-minute demand zone. I was like, okay, the market is kind of wicking off of this area, and we were breaking structure to the upside. And then while I was in long, I really just saw that we were touching up on this area and like wicking off of it. So I said, damn, in order for this to play out, like, we need a strong candle close here. We never got that. So then I got stopped out on that pretty quick. Then I was like, okay, let me go with the trend again. And then this was the third trade here. But I was targeting at least a 1 to 2. So I got stopped out break even. Let's screenshot it. I'm not even gonna bother explaining the trades on the journaling because it's just too much. I just put got chopped up, saw many confirmations to take certain trades, and the market wasn't in. Yeah, and the market wasn't in my favor. It's that simple. Okay. Why did I long? Because we're bouncing off of this zone here. Obviously, like now that I look at it, it really was just a small pullback. And of course, like we had already broken out of the opening range, gotten below VWAP. If I didn't take this long, I definitely could have taken this short here. Yeah. After we're retesting this level here. But I know myself, and I don't know. I don't think I would have like don't again, the only way I would have taken this was if I didn't take the long here. I definitely should have been more bearish though. Especially after seeing like this sell off up here. Yeah, and that could have been a good trade. Maybe that was the trade I was supposed to take. Yeah, now it's just like going sideways. We'll see what tomorrow gives us. US 30, I'm glad I didn't try it again on that one. US 30 though, it really looked like a strong opening. And then it wasn't. Like it looked strong for a second, but it's very weak. Alright, well, that was it. I'm definitely gonna step away from the markets. Yesterday, I took those losses, and like later in the afternoon, I was on the charts, like back testing, which I usually don't do. I only do that when like I'm on a losing streak, and then it's like I spend too much time on the charts. I like obsess over it. So I'm gonna chill out tonight. No more chart time. Maybe later for a video. We'll see. But that's it for me. I hope you guys caught a good trade. I think there was really good opportunities on Nasdaq. I think if you traded US 30, like you probably got chopped up. Like that shit is pretty bad. Nasdaq's definitely was the play. I hope you guys caught a short somehow. Whatever strategy it was, I hope you caught it. Because I got chopped for sure. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow.